Okay, so the next question says, give an account of the compilation of a hadith during the period of successors of the successors. So this they are now talking about Taba Tabi'in. Actually, this is also a very repeated question. It came in my ear, then after my ear, it came two times. This is like the second time, right after my ear, that they gave this question. Okay, talk about the hadith compilation during the new generation, like after two new generations they are talking about. So this is Taba Tabi'in's question, and this is like we did yesterday. This is referred to the golden age of hadith compilation, and many like thousands of hadith mubarakah were being compiled by the successors of successors during this period, and there was a large combination of musannaf and musnad. So it's important to remember all the details when you answer this question about musnad, musannaf, and how they were compiled in form of sunan or sahih books. That sunan was the organized topic wise which focused on hadith with full sanad, and Sunan was used for legal references. And all those jurists who were responsible and who took the charge of compiling Sunan and Sahih books, they devoted great times. For Imam Bukhari, we studied that he spent 16 years of his life in compiling the book of Sahih Bukhari. And they spent like huge time, huge sum of time, and they put a lot of effort in order to compile the Quran, and in order to assure the fact that whatever ahadith mubarakah they are compiling, they are authentic. And we also talked about there were compilations of Imam Bukhari and Imam Muslim, and they were being combined. So we call them Sahiyan. Sahiyan means like that there were two Sahih books, and you need to write Bukhari Sharif. Imam Bukhari devoted 16 years of his life to categorize the ahadith that he included in his Sahih from a pool of 6 lakh narrations. I told you this number yesterday as well, that he did not include all of the narrations. He just included the Sahih sound Ahadith Mubarakah from the 6 lakh pool narrations. And it was like a massive book, and it was the vision of Islamic law and beliefs that were backed with the Hadith Mubarakah. And it was his rigorous standards that he maintained to ensure the authenticity. Then Imam Muslim also compiled Sahih Muslim, which has like fewer chapters. It contains like fewer chapters, and it lacks a tiny bit of legal commentary. Like Bukhari Sharif is like the most authentic one. So Sahih Muslim lacks slight legal commentary, and that he kept all the narrations of a certain hadith in same section, but without the commentary reports from companions. So
Ma'am, ma'am, there were 6 lakh hadiths.
6 lakh G.
Okay.
Then you can also write that there were other books as well that were being compiled during this era, because Taba Tabain's period is known as a golden age. So it means that there were lots of books that were being compiled, and you can write about Sahih of Bukhari and Muslim, which were like the two Sahih books being simultaneously compiled by Imam Bukhari and Imam Muslim, and they were also known as Sahih Sitta. So Sahi Sitta means the six bound collections. Okay? You can also write Sahi Sitta and Sahi Yan of Bukhari and Imam Muslim. And with their compilation, the Sahih Sunan movement and the Hadith traditions reached its climax. And this is like known as the golden period of Hadith compilation. Okay? So this is very important, and you need to now take control of the slides, because slides may I have written everything from the marking scheme. Okay, so you'll do my slides, you'll be able to answer them. So बहुत अच्छा resource है, because at my time there was nobody to guide me in this way. किसी ने भी हम लोग रैंडम बातें लिखते थे इधर उधर की हवा में, बहुत लंबी लंबी बातें कर देते थे, मार्क्स नहीं आते थे। तो मार्क्स जो है वो उन कीवर्ड से आते हैं जो आपकी मार्किंग स्कीम आपको डेवलप करके देती है। तो जब मैंने अपनी स्लाइड्स बनाई थी, आई डिड नॉट लुक एट द बुक, I just went to the marking schemes, और मैंने हर सेक्शन की मार्किंग स्कीम से आपके लिए कंपाइल कर दी थी। ठीक है, सो आपके पास ये बहुत अच्छी रिसोर्स है। अगर सिर्फ आप स्लाइड शो पढ़ लें देन यू विल बी एबल टू डू द पेपर। ठीक है, क्योंकि टू द पॉइंट है, पूरे पूरे आंसर्स हैं जो आपकी मार्किंग स्कीम कहती है। So this is like Taba Tabi'in. इसमें we talked about the 6 lakh narrations बुखारी शरीफ के, जिसमें से he like extracted the most सही ones, and we talked about Imam Muslim, we talked about Imam Bukhari. So this is and we talked about the Sunan books. The Sunan, you need to remember that Sunan was organized topic wise, ठीक है, and it could be used as a legal reference. And yeah, other than that, what you can write is, you can write the work of Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. He was the founder of Hanbali School of Law, and he also compiled authentic hadith. So these are like the examples that you need to mention for Taba Tabi'in, okay? Because these are successors of successors, and how they worked extensively to compile the hadith mubarakah, okay? And what else am I missing? Yeah, so try to write these numerical values as well, because they'll increase the weightage. Okay, so you need to write these as well. And like Abu Dawud is said to have compiled his compilation after examining 5 lakh hadiths. And then there was Sunan of Ibn Majah. We follow greatly the Hadith Mubarak of Ibn Majah, the compilations by Ibn Majah and Abu Dawud. You'll see them very often. ठीक है, so these are very important scholars, and that how they studied, and they devoted their time and effort to compile the Quran, and no, sorry, to compile the Hadith Mubarakah, and how each of the Sunan contains how many traditions. For those who have I mentioned, these are important. You should write it, and you should also write that there were techniques. They did not collect a random Hadith Mubarakah. They had certain rules and regulations that they followed. They had certain principles. Over them, they were able to compile the Hadith Mubarak. ठीक है? So look at these passages before answering that question. ठीक है? These are very important. You need to go through this, and inshallah you'll be able to solve it easily. ठीक है? Then the other question is, how did the preservation of hadith help Islam develop? So it's also it's a similar question like we did in the previous question. We already have talked about it multiple times. Quran gives us commands, while hadiths are the explanations of what Quran has mentioned. So we get detailed explanations of things, and we get the rules and regulations which help us to follow Sharia in a better way. These hadith is a primary source of Islamic law, and we get the proper information of all the pillars of Islam, and that Islam, we are united by following a hadith mubarakah, right? So this is it. And I'm sending you the screenshot, okay, of these 4 questions. So this is your homework. That before Saturday, next class will take place on Saturday. ठीक है? Okay. Now you can leave the classroom. ठीक है? Jazakallah khair for joining.
Allah Hafiz, miss.
Hafiz.
Yes.